The new college football AP poll is out. Some notable things that I want to talk through with you here, but we'll just start at the top. Ohio State number one, Miami up to number two, Penn State at three, LSU four, Georgia five, Oregon down to six, Oklahoma seven, Florida State eight, Texas A&M nine, Texas at 10. You will realize as we just got through the top 10, one team is suspiciously missing in my head. That's the Indiana Hoosiers, Kurt Cignetti's team. Mind you, the team that just beat a top 10 opponent by 53 points, and they can't crack the top 10 after beating a top 10 opponent by 53 points. Elsewhere in this poll, Illinois remains in it, drops to 23, but is still in the poll. BYU cracks the top 25 for the first time this season after their road win at East Carolina. Michigan also hovering here at 19 after beating Nebraska. So you could pick whatever you want out of this to discuss, but to me, the interesting line here is I feel like Indiana's been snubbed a little bit. How do you beat a top 10 team by 53 and you end up 11th? That feels off base to me. What do you think?
11th, right behind Texas as well, who, I mean, granted, their loss was on the road at Ohio State, but they still have a loss. I mean, you look up and down this list. Miami, who has Miami? Yeah, Miami hasn't really played anybody. Um, I know they played Florida, but that doesn't count to me. Um, a, a Georgia team, again, I mean, who has Georgia really beat? Tennessee, that's a good win. I don't know if I don't know how great of a win I think that one is though. Like I feel like Tennessee's gonna wind up like 9-3, 8-4 when it's all said and done. Florida State, same boat of like they beat Bama, then they played Texas Eastern, Texas A&M, and Kent State, and it's like, are we sure Bama's good? Like, are we like they bounced back well, but like, are we 100% sure they're good? I am sure Illinois is good because they were good last year and they returned everybody, and then they just went to Indiana and got smoked. So I think Indiana should be in the top 10 because like I know Illinois is good and it didn't matter. I don't know that these other teams have wins over teams that I am for sure that they're good.
You talked about the Texas spot at 10. I mean, it's Texas, good team. I don't mean to come after them. I'm just using them because they're one spot ahead of Indiana. Texas just beat Sam Houston 55 nothing. Obviously, that's an impressive win. That's 2 points more than Indiana beat a top 10 opponent by Illinois this week. If you want to go further, Texas against San Jose State and UTEP in back to back weeks combined to score 65 points in those two games. That's two more points than Indiana scored this past week against a top 10 opponent in half the time, right? In a 60-minute football game, Indiana hung 63 on the ninth best team in the country. Texas Arch Manning against San Jose State and UTEP in 120 minutes scored two more points than that. I don't get it. Nothing they've done eye test wise backs up anything other than the fact that Indiana is one of the very best teams in the country. And look, if this is just polls or pollsters, I don't know, admitting we were wrong to have Illinois that high, I guess that's one thing. But if that's the approach, then drop Illinois all the way out. Dion, how's your job going?
Beginning of the school year, everything's like a little up and down. One of the biggest issues we've had is we can't find any uniforms for our girls' sports teams.
Hmm. That's a difficult thing to find a solution for. I know damn well all about that because I got a daughter that just turned two. She's into sports and she's already outgrowing every little piece of sports apparel she had. Thankfully, I know Clara Kate Creations. Clara Kate Creations was started by a former high school teacher who quit because it wasn't cost effective to send new twins and a 2-year-old to daycare. She found it easier to make girls' sports apparel than finding it to buy. And I am so thankful that she exists because if we have an old shirt of Murph's that she's outgrown, we can send it in and she takes that piece of apparel that means something and upcycles it into an outfit that Murphy can now wear as she grows up. She makes great stuff. It's honestly kind of like your fullback's wife, Kyle Juszczyk. Is that how you say it? She does that. But honestly, I think Clara Kate's coming for Mrs. Juszczyk's job.
I love that. I'm a big Juice guy, love his wife, love Claire Kate even more than both of them, though.
You can send in your own custom ideas and she will come up with a design. She's just the best. Look up Clara Kate Creations on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and more. And I don't have an issue keeping Illinois in. But if you're going to keep Illinois in, then Indiana better be higher than 11th right now. And look, this is a reminder we shouldn't get worked up over polls because polls are meaningless. And the college football poll has already proven itself with some of the headlines from 2 weeks ago. The voters do not take this seriously. I mean, we have voters literally going viral bragging that they don't take it seriously. So, at this point, we need to completely rework the poll system. But I guess just as a data point, I want to make it extremely clear. I think Indiana's way better than the 11th best team in the country, Dion. I would put this team as high as probably sixth or seventh in the sport right now.
Yeah, I think I mean I was looking at it. I mean, I think I would have Oregon in the top three. Honestly, this is gonna sound crazy. I think I've been on the channel too long. I think my top three teams would all be from the Big Ten. I think it's in some order. I would go Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State.
Yep.
And then after that, like seriously, who's been better than Indiana? If you want to put Oklahoma with the big win over Auburn ahead of them, and then they also have the Michigan win, I could listen to that. Um, but outside of them, I don't think any. I mean, maybe Georgia with the win over Tennessee, I could listen to that. But OT win over Georgia or over Tennessee, is that better than 63-10 over Illinois? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Um,
saying. I think Indiana's win is the most impressive thing we've seen this year, other than maybe Florida State doing what they did to Bama. But I don't know. I feel like this is a true example of if Indiana had a different brand and logo next to them, they're in the top five right now.
yeah. Yeah, SEC team. If Indiana's in the SEC, they're in the top five for sure. Or if they just play in the state of Florida, because that's it's very clear. If you play in the state of Florida, they're going to like Miami at two is crazy. Even Florida State at eight's a little crazy. USF is finally out the rankings, but at one point they were 18th. Florida themselves were 12th. Like if you play in the state of Florida or the SEC, they love you. Obviously, there's a little bit of bias towards the Midwest teams. I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy, but is what it is. All right. Well, are we officially carrying the flag for Indiana football? Did that flip really hard in a week?
Do we have to save the Big Ten again, like in
Oh,
ranking?
dude, I'm so ready to save the Big Ten again. I'm always, always here to save the Big Ten.